To the people living in Toronto community housing, it's seemingly one problem after the next to the place they call home. For those who are watching from afar, they are looking at things that are operating and managing those homes. It's been absolute chaos for years. Tonight, another chapter and more controversy with the firing of TCHC's CEO. Another year, another CEO being shown the door at Toronto community housing. This time, Kathy Milsom has been fired after an investigation into procuring a contract. She didn't play by the rules.
Our processes, our procedures, and our policies were not followed. Ms. Milsom was directly involved in that contract. No employee in the organization is above the policies and procedures of the organization. They are put in place to ensure that there's integrity in our process. And as a result of that, the board concluded that Ms. Milsom needed to be fired.
Milsom was hired as the CEO for Toronto Community Housing in 2017 in what was seemingly an effort to stable the ship. Now she's at the center of attention for wrongdoing. After the news broke, she released a statement saying the decision of Toronto Community Housing's board of directors is deeply troubling. I can say with emphatic and unequivocal certainty that at all times I acted in the best interest of the organization, its tenants, its employees, and its stakeholders. She added she is looking forward to being vindicated of the allegations. The turmoil dates back to 2011 when CEO Keiko Nakamura was fired after issues with procurements and employee expenses. She was replaced by Gene Jones before issues with housing repairs took over. Mayor John Tory offered his thoughts about the need for stability in the role this afternoon.
This was an unfortunate incident, but the good news is there is someone who is willing and able to step forward, who has been the chair, who knows the company, who does represent a degree of stability that can allow us to get on with the changes we must make in order to make this a better landlord, to get on with some of the revitalizations and renewals that we're doing, and just make sure that, generally speaking, this corporation does a better job for the people of Toronto.
Now former board chair Kevin Marshman steps in with plenty on his plate to try and turn things around on the high, all while those living in community housing continue to try and get by. What do you say to the people who still don't have much faith in what the TCHC has and is capable of doing?
Sure. Just say that I recognize their concerns, of the organization, and I will work as hard as I can. And I know that the other team members will work as hard as they can to improve that and earn their trust.
Whether those living in this building, community housing building on Elm Street, will notice firsthand is difficult to say, but it's definitely going to be affecting the thousands living in community housing homes across the entire city. Marshman will be taking on the role effective April.